Welcome back to another episode of The Boys Next Door. This episode is titled Batch Shit Crazy. Let's get into it. How are you feeling?
About the episode or just in general?
In general.
I feel good. I'm wearing a nice 80s tracksuit today.
80s. I'm in my Skims.
Oh.
Shout out Kim Kardashian. It's the boyfriend collection.
Oh, right, that is. I forgot.
It sure is. Love it. If you don't have it, jump on it because it really is the most
Yours
comfortable.
is light.
It's so light. It's not thick at all.
I forgot that you have the
material,
light
it's worth
version.
every fucking dollar. You heard it here first.
No, it really is. I forgot.
It's
I don't
worth
actually have that version. I got it for you. This is why usually, though, when I get you something, I get it for myself,
Me too. We always do that.
But I didn't do it with that one outfit.
It's probably one of my faves. I like it even
You're saying
more.
that on purpose to hurt my feelings?
No. It's honestly one of my faves, even more so than the sweatsuit material.
I have the sweatsuit for
Me too.
myself,
I love it.
That I got you and got me. But I didn't do it with that, and I wish that I did.
No, this one is amazing. It's worth
I'm
every
going
dollar.
old school Adidas tracksuit.
I think it's actually kind of fitting because of what we're going to talk about on this episode is about traveling and bachelor parties and all the crazy shit that goes down. So I would wear this on the plane. I would wear this in the airport.
I always like to travel in something that is comfortable, but I do care about what I look like on a plane.
Me too.
And also because I'm a little paranoid about flying, so I always think the worst. And I'm like, if I ever, whatever, let's say, had to get off the plane, I want to be in my favorite.
He ain't sitting in the exit row, I'll tell you that.
No, I'm not. I'm not helping. I'm not helping anyone. I'm not sitting in the exit row.
If those masks come down, he's out.
Once they said that, I used to sit in the exit row because I like a little more leg room.
And you're tall.
I'm tall. I'm 6'1". So, those, even for a normal sized person, which I don't even know what the average height of a person is, but
Couldn't tell you.
But it's tight in the row, so I always go for more leg room. But once I realized that the more leg room by the exit row meant you have to help when they come over to you and
You're
they're
like, yes, I will help anybody.
I said, absolutely not. I said, no.
I'm starting to
I got
sweat
moved.
thinking about it.
We never sit in the exit row.
I know, but even if that
Before
had to
you, when I
happen-
flew, and they said, would you be willing to help anybody in the event of an emergency? And I was like, what? Like, are you asking me that for real? Like, I didn't know
You're
she
like,
was...
I will not be conscious.
I said, one, I will not be conscious, and I do not. I always said, I will be in the way, and you will have to step over me to get out the window or the exit row.
Dead weight.
I don't sit in the exit row. But anyway, always like to be comfortable, but still look cute.
And I always think of, too, that when you see a celebrity in the airport, they're either decked out or they're in very athleisure wear.
Yes. True. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
And even for myself, I'm like, okay, like I could wear a pair of jeans on the plane. I'd be fine.
That's a lie. And
I definitely could. I would be fine.
Have you ever done it?
I've done it.
Okay,
I've 100% done it.
One time, and it was when I was flying to Italy.
Well.
And it was not in any...
You were packed out in these tight little pants.
And not in any type of extended leg room. I would say me and the girl I was traveling with, me and my friend Sabrina, we took regular seats. And there was no extended anything. And I would normally have worn like something like that.
Yes.
But we were all traveling there at different times. And Sabrina tells me the night before, she's like, I think that we should go dressed. And I was like, dressed? What do you mean dressed? And she's like dress. So like when we get off the plane, like we look like, like good, like celebrities. Like
I agree, though. I think it's so important.
So I was down. I was like, all right, I haven't eaten in a week, so let's just go dressed.
Oh, you're like...
Yeah, go on. It's terrible. And I decided to wear jeans. And she had on diesel jeans, and I think I had on diesel jeans, which I still love a good diesel jean, but anybody that knows diesel jeans, they are thick as fuck.
No give.
Like, they have no give. The seams are thick. They are thick. So I wore those for however long it takes to get to Italy, and I wanted to cut them off it was
You're like, excuse me, miss, flight attendant, do you have a pair of scissors?
It was honestly that.
And it was the summer, so it was 1,000,000 degrees.
It was terrible. I never mind. I don't think I ever wore those jeans again. I have never, and
They're
I mean
just
this,
vintage now.
I have
Probably in a
never
box somewhere.
flown in jeans since that time.
No,
Ever.
but this is like easing into what I wanted to talk about is how do you feel when you're going with a group of people and the person who organized the trip, this could be a little controversial, but not really because I really don't care, makes you all match with what you're wearing. Because I personally have a problem with this.
Okay, don't say problem. It's just not your...
for myself, not for other people.
For you, yeah. I feel like...
It's not a real problem.
I mean, yeah, I was like, that's dramatic. I feel like it's the general... I think it's not. I think that's the general thing that people do when their families do it, even on like family vacations. Everybody's in matching t-shirts. And like, that's... I think I'm less offended by that.
Only if I get to make it.
Okay, because...
If I get to make the shirt...
Okay, so then be honest. And I think that what you're saying is that most of the things that people pick when they match are kind of cheesy looking. So it's like, do you really want to fly in that?
No.
Like if God forbid the plane goes down.
I'm with him.
That's what you want to wear?
Hell no.
Hell no. I understand that. That I understand. It's not the matching for you. It's what they choose to wear.
Yes. It's the choices.
Yeah. Because like if you ever see like people in cute like tracksuits, like I'm like, oh, that's adorable. See?
Like let's just say, for example, a bride and groom, if the groom's in like a black tracksuit and the bride's in a white tracksuit. Right. So cute going to their honeymoon. Love it.
But I feel like also anytime you're traveling with large numbers of people is when things go awry.
Yes.
Especially if you're trying to coordinate certain outfit themes, traveling outfits. I mean, fucking even just getting everybody to the airport.
I love a good theme, though. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love, love, love a good theme.
Yeah, no. It's just sometimes it's a little... But that's like the whole thing. Themes. And how did this even, like, bachelor and bachelorette parties, because it's not just one or the other, it's both, whether they be together or separate. How did they get so crazy? When did that even happen? I feel like it's taken like a
life of their own.
When? Like, how long? Like
I was trying to think about this. I would say,
years?
and I'm just thinking about my older brothers in the sense, you know, some of them got married like 10 plus years ago.
Was it like that?
They were still going to Atlantic City, Ocean City.
Oh.
Like going into Manhattan.
Yeah.
It was still, you know, like 2 or 3 days.
Okay, because it was still an extended, not just, because I miss like even when like, it used to be like it used to really be the night before the wedding, which is crazy if you really think about that.
How many of you out there are really going to do that the night before your wedding?
Some people can handle it, but I think that now, especially with all the things that people have to do for a wedding, nobody would take that on the night before. People don't even want to have their rehearsal dinners the night before anymore. They have those usually a day before because...
I feel like that's what they're doing now, at least 2 days before their wedding.
So, but like, okay, so they used to have the bachelorette parties the night before. The guys would do something, the girls would do something, the groom, whatever. Everybody would do their own thing, and then you would show up the morning of the wedding
with bells on,
maybe still wearing bells from the night before. Gin-soaked, tequila smelling,
coming out of your pores,
having no idea what happened the night before.
I hope you had a good night.
You know, like that's what it used to really be like. But now it's become
a production.
But that's what it is. Everything's a production now.
I feel like two people care even more about their bachelorette party than their actual honeymoon.
Well, that's sad.
And that's something, back to me having a problem, is
You disagree.
I disagree with it because the whole reason of getting married is to be with your partner. And we always say, even if it's just a mini moon, even if you're just going away for 2 or 3 nights, even if it's 1 night, 2 nights, whatever it is, you have to go. Go wherever it is, whether it's local, whether it's far away.
Yeah, I loved
so important.
That.
It really is.
We did that, and I felt like that was like a really, like, I looked forward to, and you really deserve it. Like after all the wedding planning and all, you want that time with your partner or your spouse to like just unwind and connect.
You're in that wedding high.
It is. It's really nice, but sometimes. So you're basically saying, like, even expense-wise, like, wouldn't you rather spend that time with your spouse either on a honeymoon instead of doing a big... Because like,
you mean financially, expense-wise?
Well, because I feel like also what we're saying is like sometimes people will do a bigger trip for their bachelorette party than they even do for their honeymoon.
How many of you out there know that this is true?
That's what you mean.
I know people going to Italy, Paris, Greece, Aruba, Bahama.
It's actually Aruba, Jamaica. Here we go.
No, it's not.
Aruba, Jamaica.
No.
Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda.
It's a different verse. Whatever, guys.
No, yeah. I know. I'm older.
Aruba, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. You know what I mean.
True. That's true.
Yes.
Okay. But anyway... Yeah.
And then going nowhere on their honeymoon. Make it make sense. Please, somebody out there, make it make sense.
Like you went to the
Caribbean
for your bachelorette party, or you rented a beautiful house in an Airbnb, but you're going on no honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Why?
Because why wouldn't you just take that time? If you know, I know some people only have certain time off for work, whether it's a week or so. Why wouldn't you just go with your spouse as opposed to 30 of your closest friends?
Because I think some people would rather do that for like them. For them. Like we say, like you're doing it for them because you want to have like, you're trying to outdo your friends or you're trying to outdo like...
You're trying to have that social media moment.
And that shit you see on TV, like whether, and we're guilty of watching it, you know, we watch it all. Like
we love the Housewives girls
but
trip.
You see those trips.
We love
and like,
it.
how many... Tell me we have never, and I'm just being honest, even for ourselves, when we were looking, say, going somewhere and we were looking at different hotels, and then in your head, you're like, oh, I remember on Housewives, they stayed here. And you're like, oh, great. And like it didn't...
At the hotel?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it kind of makes it like, oh, cool, that's somewhere I would stay.
Like when we went to Bahamar.
Right. You know what I mean?
Back to Beverly Hills, our girls were there.
Right. So like it does influence, like it's in your subconscious, even if like I wasn't looking for a hotel that they stayed at, but like if you come across one that you're
like, oh,
it rings a bell and you're like, okay, cool, I would love to stay there. And then all of a sudden you're wanting to have this like experience like that.
I think that's fair.
But some people are doing that whole big thing with their bridal party and not doing any honeymoon at all.
No.
Sad.
And I think some people look at it as a way to like stick it to somebody if they're having this elaborate trip and they're like, but I'm not inviting you.
Well, because it used to be just like the bridal party, I feel like, would go on the batch party or said trip.
Yeah, we could say batch party. That's cute.
But now I feel like some people are saying, like, how many times have you heard people say, like, oh, she's not in my wedding party, but she's coming on the batch trip with us?
100 times. I've even been to batch parties like that. Yeah.
Which I don't think it's a bad thing, but like...
No, love it. Had a great time.
It's a great time. It's even better when you're not in the bridal party and you're just going to the batch trip because it's like fun.
That's something people don't realize either. It's a little hidden gem.
It really is so fun. But it's just another example of how it's become like such a production and like another thing that... like people do, like everyone goes to Nashville. Nashville's like the
new New Orleans.
It is like the new New Orleans. New Orleans. It is. What do they say? Like, is it one? Like you say, like one word? New Orleans.
I can't.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New
I can't even do it now.
We apologize, New Orleans.
I don't even think it's New Orleans.
No,
that's like not the right way to say it.
But some people say that. Which is like wrong, but
I
it's
think
like
it's New Orleans.
New Orleans. New Orleans.
I think somebody let me know that.
Someone from New Orleans, let us know. But don't be rude. We're not being disrespectful.
No, I genuinely am curious.
Want to say it the way we're supposed to say it. But anyway.
Yes.
With all due, I feel like Nashville is the new.
Stop it.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
And what's another one that people go to?
Scottsdale. Love it. Which is beautiful. I've been there.
We're also lucky. Like if we live on Long Island, and there's a lot of places right here that you can get like a vibe of going away without actually having to go away.
Like when you go to the Hamptons.
You can go, or even just in New York, you can go upstate New York. You can go to
Connecticut, Long Beach Island, New Jersey.
Fire
there's
Island.
So many places.
Either one of the coast, North Shore or South. There's a lot of... But you know what's so crazy is that there are options here, so many, but I know so many people that go to Nashville.
I think it's also because they
Texas, or
feel like when
they
you,
have
let's
to
just
go
say
somewhere.
Like, yes, like when you don't want to go to a restaurant 10 minutes away from your house, but you'd rather drive an hour, let's just say. Because you feel like it's like I still feel like I'm at home. Like I go to Fire Island, all summer long with my friends. Like why am I going to go for my batch party there?
But you know what I really think it also is? I'm just going to be honest.
And I love Fire Island, but...
I think that it's a lot more affordable to do that house Airbnb shit not here.
It depends. Because you still have to get a plane ticket.
Yes, you do.
If you're going so far.
Yes, and you have to. But people think like when you're paying for all those things separately, because you're paying for the plane ticket and you're paying for the house and you're paying for them all like here and there, as opposed to we're driving to the Hamptons and staying there for
3 nights.
a long weekend for $20,000. And people are like, I can't chip in. But even if it adds up to the same traveling somewhere, it seems less
Tangible.
expensive and more tangible than like doing it on Long Island. Or because if you rent a house in Montauk in peak season or Fire Island in peak
100%.
season, you're going to spend
a pretty penny,
thousands, especially if you want one of those 6 to 10 bedrooms, multiple baths, a pool, or by the beach.
And I think
you're
that's a
going
good
to
point
pay
because a lot
lot.
of people are expecting if you're paying hundreds of dollars to stay somewhere,
that you're going to
have at least a bed or somewhere to sleep.
I think that's nice to expect that you're at least going to have a bed. If you're fucking spending that much money to stay somewhere, I'm better not be sleeping with 20 people in a bed. No, or putting in don't put me on.
I ain't sharing a bed.
But don't put me on Luann's floor. The way she used to always get put in the basement on.
I'll sleep there. I don't care.
Well, that was because Ramona's basement was a real beautiful basement, but everybody always ends up with the shoddy bedroom. But it's a big thing. The whole point is it's such a production of. We're renting a house or we're going somewhere for a week, and then it's going to be we're doing massages while we're there, and we're having
yoga come into
the house, and we're getting sound
Which all
baths.
of this is amazing. I'm not against any of it. I love all of it.
But it's a whole...
It's a financial commitment.
It's a financial commitment. Bridesmaids, wet bride, everybody.
And I was going to say, back when we spoke on our episode, Don't Be a Shitty Bridesmaid, we did talk about the financial commitment that you're agreeing to by saying yes.
Yeah, more or less too. Think about the batch parties because they're going to come, and if you don't want to be caught off guard, ask off the bat.
And I have yet to be to a batch party or hear of one that had no events. Whether it's a booze cruise, a party bus, dinners,
True.
So many things that go into not just the price of where you're staying.
So then not even on top of what you've spent to stay somewhere. Now
I always tell my brides, not even my brides, clients, friends, whoever, expect to spend at least double, if not triple, of what the price is that they're giving you. Whether it's on alcohol, food, anything, clothes.
Yeah, that's true. Because I remember when we went away for one of my good friends, Lee's bachelorette party.
Banger. One of the best I ever was at.
Probably one of the best I've ever been to.
Lovely.
Right? It was so fucking fun.
It was epic.
Miami, bougie ass house right on the water.
It was so beautiful.
Right? Huge. Everything you could want. 30 people.
Literally
and
30
you would think,
people.
wow, 30 people in a house, this is going to be a shit show. In some ways it was, but it wasn't no drama. We had a blast. There was plenty of room for everybody. But we spent, with Lee, once you to stock, on top of what it costs to go to stock a house like that, even with everyone chipping in and people ordering things. What was that store down there that everybody kept?
Publix.
Publix. Everybody kept ordering things from Publix as we would run out, and everybody was doing it. But you're talking thousands of dollars you could spend.
This just came to me. I would say it's the equivalent to hosting a holiday at your house for 30 people, but times 3 days.
Yeah,
You need all that food, the drinks, everything.
Yeah, and then and then the transportation thing. That was the only thing. My least favorite night was when we went out of the house, just because I was obsessed with the house and did not want to go anywhere.
Of course.
And we were going out of Miami, and it was us and a bunch of girls, and I was I just was nervous. I just felt anxious. I don't know why. But we were in that little bubble of the house, and I was just why are we leaving here? But then you have to now get transportation and I remember when it came, it couldn't fit everybody, and we had to get another one.
I forgot about that.
It was just to get, and then by that point now everybody's starting to get cranky, and it's
people are drinking.
There's so many factors to consider when you're doing those kind of
events.
Is it impossible to do you think it will ever come back around where people are simplifying them again?
I'll tell you this. I went before our wedding with two of my closest friends, Nina and Maria. Love you girls. I didn't want to have a traditional batch party.
Right.
We weren't having a bridal party. I did not feel like asking 30 people to come with me somewhere.
Right.
And it just wasn't my vibe.
Right.
But I said to the girls, I still want to do something with you guys. And we went into the city. They got us a beautiful hotel room, just the three of us. We had so much fun. We went to a gorgeous dinner. We went out to the bars, the clubs, and we were out all night long. And it was one night, and that's it. It was amazing. We came home the next day, and we lived to tell the tale. I got all the men's girls. Example. They always come
Quality over quantity.
Yes.
Like you had like your girls.
It was intimate. Chill, but not. Like we still had so much fun.
You rallied for 24 hours or whatever, but it was still like go fast, hard,
celebrate,
come home,
still
celebrate.
Had all the things, penis straws,
salad things, all the cliche
doing
things
shots,
you have
all of
to
that.
have. No, I feel like that's important. I really do. I feel like that's important.
And I feel like a lot of people don't realize
I forgot that
the
you
city,
honestly did have the one night. Did I do anything?
No.
Where was I when you did that?
Home.
I was? That sounds so sad and tragic. I feel like I would have been hanging out with like Mike and Dom or something when you did that.
The boys,
my best friends, our boys. Or John and Phil, somebody I feel like there was
no
unless
you
I
were
just
home.
chased. Yeah, I stayed home with the dogs.
It was literally one night.
Oh, we only had Charlie. We didn't even have Henry yet.
I know.
So it was just me and Charlie hanging out, where you were out gallivanting in the city with the girls.
Yes, eating McDonald's.
Probably.
Middle of the night. No, I was. Nina,
I probably was
girl.
Too. But old school, I feel like it was more that. Like it was a quick.
And I felt like it was perfect. I wasn't like, damn, I wish I was here for 3 more days.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just like it satisfied it. You had a good time, and it wasn't involved. It wasn't like anything.
No drama, super fun.
Not planned like. Did you guys plan it way ahead?
That summer.
But it wasn't like you had to worry about booking a house for 20 people.
No, it was one hotel room for 3 of us. It was so easy.
Quickly.
I sang that, girls. I don't know if it was easier on your part.
No, true. You're right. You're like, I just showed up. But no, it's true.
But I'm so appreciative and so grateful, and I'll never forget it.
Okay, I have another question or a point. What about, how do you feel about people doing them together? Whether it be
I'm not opposed to it.
Bride and groom, groom and groom, bride and bride.
Here's my note, and I don't know if this is too dramatic. I feel like some people almost set up their partner to fail.
Like how so? Like put them in a situation that you know is going to make you mad?
Yes.
Oh yeah. See, but
like
then
for example, if we're going to Miami, and you don't want and you don't want them to go to 11, the famous strip club bar.
Okay.
But then everyone's like, I want to go to 11. I want to go to 11.
Right.
And then they go, and then you cause a scene out of it.
Right.
But like, what did you expect?
But then I think that you're already having it together. But then I think there's 2 reasons that people have it together. People have it together because they genuinely want to just like, we have some of the same friends. We have a better time together. We just want to do it once. Right?
Correct.
But then there's people that have it together because they don't want their person
they don't
to
trust
have
their partner
it alone. And that's a whole nother situation.
And I feel like everybody that's there knows this. And if you don't think they know,
all going to feel
they
it.
know.
No, they're all going to feel that. Know. That's going to be the worst. Those are diabolically like bad.
I've heard some bad things.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. That's like, you should take a whole look at that.
If you guys have any crazy batch stories, please DM us, comment on this video, because I'm dying to know them.
Yeah, it's juicy because we've even heard just like in the chair, like people's.
Oof.
Yeah, like
even when we're doing makeup the day of the wedding.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're still talking about it.
Oh, they're like, oh, you see her? I can't believe she made it here.
I know.
She left her soul in Miami.
I know. It's
she left her dignity in Scottsdale. I can't.
I know. It's true.
They're like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen when she has a few drinks tonight and her husband's sitting over there.
I know. Oof.
Guys, you know it's true.
I know it's
true.
But I love that stuff, knowing the inside
love it.
track.
So hit me up with that. I want to know.
And then I have to like do the girl's makeup where they're just telling me like, oh, she was, upside down on a table throwing up for 3 days, and I'm like,
or she was so hammered she showed up to the table and threw up all over the table and acted like nothing happened.
Right, and then they'll say like this, like, but don't mention anything to her. And I'm like, oh great, so I have to look at this girl straight in the face after you just told me she puked all over the place 4 days ago. Like, it's insane, but I know. Love the inside.
I do love it.
It's fun, but listen, there's a million different ways to go about it.
But wait, let me ask you this: do you feel like in the upcoming year, 2025? That there's going to be a change in batch parties as a whole? Do you think that they're going to continuously get more extravagant?
No, I think they're just getting bigger and bigger. Everything is, especially things like that. I think if anybody has a scaled down one or something that's just one night or something simple, it's because that's what they want to do.
I'll tell you this. I'm going to 2 so far that I have booked
this
for next year for 2 of my closest friends, Mel Fallon and Maria B. Love you, girls.
Two good ones.
And we're going to Newport Beach, Rhode Island. Oh, not Newport Beach. That's probably California. Newport, Rhode Island.
Newport Beach is definitely
Maria,
California.
though, girl, you want to go to Newport Beach? Let's go. I'll buy my plane ticket right now.
Okay, so Newport Beach. No,
Newport,
you're going
Rhode
to Newport,
Island.
Rhode Island for one.
We're going in March.
And then what's the other one?
Then we're going to Miami in June. And I'm so excited because I love them both dearly.
And they're both
going to be bangers.
Different vibes. Are they similar groups of people? Some people are there, right? Cross over.
Yes. I don't know what the vibe of the Miami one is yet because I only just found out about it. I know it's going to be a banger.
What times of the year are they?
That's in June. So it's going to be hot and spicy. So it's
definitely going to be hot in Miami.
But I do know we're having a Mamma Mia themed Honey bridal bachelor party in Newport for Maria B because her and her boo Nick are going to Greece on their honeymoon, and I think that's amazing.
Love that.
My bell bottoms are already packed, girl.
See, look at you. See that? Look how excited he is about that theme. That
I
goes
love
to
a
show
theme.
You do
love
a good theme. You just don't like when things are like
corny.
But
sorry,
you like,
spice it up.
You like a backstory of like a reason that's...
Like, I love that they're going to Greece. We're going to be showing up.
Like, it's not just like...
You better hope I don't show up like Cher Girl and Mamma Mia.
Oh my God. Do you know she played the grandmother in that, right?
Yeah, but she came off the plane looking like a fucking G.
She did. No, she definitely
like,
did.
Ooh.
But she played
better
the
hope
grandmother.
I don't take a PJ there.
She did play the grandmother, which I love it. I might be guilty of saying that I've never seen Mamma Mia 2 in its entirety, but I have
fair, me neither.
Seen the parts that Cher are in. So, no apologies though.
But I love it.
All right, so that's to be continued. So we're really going to have to bring this back up again because
we're going to do a follow-up on this because I want to know some juicy tea.
Well, you may have your own stories when you come back.
I will. I'll report back.
You'll have your own stories. So
I'll change the names for people, but...
Well, everybody that knows them, well, that's not going to work. So you may have to... But either way, you'll definitely have some good reference points.
Yes, I can't wait.
To do a follow-up. So send in your batch stories and...
Yes, please.
Try not to go batshit crazy.
Oh, it's not a good look.
No, it's not. But come back next week, and we hope you guys are liking and subscribing, and we appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.